Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner, and this is my review for Black Ink Crew Chicago, Season 3, Episode 7. I'm going to go ahead and get into this review. I'm going to start repeating one rule. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to be in the comment section, if you can't be respectful, get the fuck out of my comment section. I don't need nobody coming in calling me bitches. You know, all that extra stuff. I'm gonna need y'all to cut that out. Y'all see, I'm very friendly and I'm very energetic. I'm a great personality. You know, I give off good energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm not bitchy to nobody. I don't reply snarky to nobody. If you watching this video and you don't like my video, that is fine. But, you know, all this name calling and fat bitches and you ain't shit and we don't like, I need y'all to cut that shit out, okay? Thank you. Have a beautiful day. Okay. So season 3, episode 7. I mean, it was a good episode. It got better towards the end. It was a lot of stuff in between that I was like, yeah, you know. But of course, I still love Black Ink Crew Chicago. You know, the episode starts off with, you know, the few of the people and they're at the shop and they were talking about the brawl that happened at the end of the last episode. And, you know, 4 were saying like, well, yeah, you know, my performance was good, but after my performance, it all pissed me off. And it seemed like none of them knew what kind of led up to the fight. And it was Charmaine who was like, well, you know, Van was talking to old boy who was with Jen, and the guy said, we met through, you know, we just friends, we met through mutual friends. And she's like, and Van just, you know, dog pushed him out the way or whatever, and that fight started. And then even when security broke up that fight, another fight started with other people, just in general, people who kind of got involved, and it was like a whole separate fight. So even I know I said last week, you know, I don't even really know what happened because it was like there's so much going on and everything just kind of seemed crazy. So I guess that's why, because the fight between Van and the guy was broken up, but all the people around them then started fighting for no goddamn reason. So the cameras probably couldn't really focus on everything going on. You know, Charmaine do say, well, you know, Jen was trying to piss Van off. Well, I guess that worked because, you know, who brings another guy to somewhere when they know the ex gonna be there? People do that every day, baby. Every day. So we do see next that Don is now doing piercings. He passed whatever test that he had to pass. He got a certificate and he can now put holes in people. Instead of holes in walls. Double entendre. So, you know, he has his first piercing client, and I've seen this woman before. I think on either on social media. I've seen her somewhere before, and she's actually a popular transgender person who's trans male to female. So I have seen the person around, and you know, she does seem like she's very hyper. She's very all over the place or whatever, so it was cool. She did joke when they said, what you getting pierced? And she said, you know, I want to get my dick pierced. I was like, bitch, what? You want to get your dick pierced? Come on now. Come on now. It's like, oh no, I'm just joking, but she want to get her belly button pierced. So Don did the piercing. And, you know, his first piercing, I think he did good. He seemed professional. You know, he didn't seem nervous. And, because, I mean, I'm not, you know, into needles and stuff like that, even though I have a few tattoos. So I couldn't be a piercer because it would make me, you know, flinch putting holes in people. I don't even like getting shots. I still have to, you know, close my eyes and turn my head when I get, you know, blood drawn and stuff like that. So, you know, congrats to Don, you know, bringing in another stream of income. It's always good to see a black man, or just a man, period, you know what I'm saying, trying to make more money for his family. Just like me. I'm a black woman. I'm on YouTube just to make a little bit more money, you know what I'm saying? Because YouTube, you won't get rich, but you can get, you know, whatever. So, yeah, we have that whole scene. Now, the next scene to me was freaking hilarious. Because Van and Jen is meeting up. And they met up. When they pulled up, I was like, I'm pretty sure at least 2 people been shot in that area before. I mean, it just looked like it was like an abandoned type parking lots, field area where they met at. And Van said the reason he wanted to meet there was so that, it wouldn't be at somewhere where they can ruin stuff or have a big altercation and be a whole bunch of people looking. I mean, that does make sense. Let's meet in an empty field. So if we arguing, yelling, and screaming, at least we're not tearing up nobody else's shit, and it's not a whole bunch of other people to look to see what's going on. However, I don't know why Van put up as if he was goddamn on extra and Mary J. Blige's I'm Not Gonna Cry No More video. I mean, you got shades on at night. You got that scarf wrapped around your head, and I kept thinking to myself, why you got that scarf wrapped around his head, but he got a low cut V-neck shirt? The scarf not even keeping your neck warm because your chest is out. Your testicles is all out, Van. I need you to pick which one you're gonna do. Was you trying to keep your head warm? Is that what you were trying to do? Because I'm like, he got that damn scarf wrapped around, and he reminded me of Mary J. Blige, Not Gonna Cry. I'm like, is he gonna start singing? And I kept looking. I'm looking like, but he got a low neck, a low cut V neck. I can see I can see all this. I can see all that, man. And I'm just like, man, this looks so stupid, And I hate people who wear shades at night. I wore shades at night one time, a long time ago. I was at a friend's house who was all hanging out. This had to be 15 years ago. And we were on the porch at night. I was high because they had smoked some weed, and I had my shades on. And one of the guys looked over. It was me and my girl Rain was sitting there, and Henry and Mark. And they looked over, and it was like, Jaylee, why the fuck you got sunglasses on this nighttime? And my high ass said, man, the moon is so bright. And to this day, if they see me in shades in the daytime, they still will crack a joke and say, remember that day you was high at the house, all that time ago, and you thought the moon was real bright? But I was just, I was high. So, yeah, seeing Vanna's sunglasses, that I'm looking like, why the fuck you got shades on, bro? So, anyway, he get out the car, she got the car, and he like, I brought here to talk. I just want to know who that guy was, why you felt like it was appropriate for you to bring, some dude to my boys' show, that was crazy. You supposed to be my girlfriend. And, he says in his confessional, when I said we should slow down, when I said that, I needed my space, I just wanted us to stop talking about marriage. That ain't what you said, Van. What you said to that woman was, I want my own space. I need my space. I ain't ready for this. You could have said, look, I love you. I want to be with you. I eventually want to marry you. I'm not ready for marriage yet, but I also still want to be with you. And then she could have took it upon herself to stay or go. But that ain't what you said, man. What your bald head ass did say was, I need my space. I'm tired of this. You always hear, you said all this other extra shit. Okay? And when you said, I want my space, and she said, you want your space, and she left, what did you think she thought you was talking about? Yeah, what did you think? He then says, you fucking her? And she's like, if I was fucking him, you would know. Take your shades off when you talk to me. Be respectful. So he took his shades off because she's like, plus it's dark outside. I giggled to myself when she said that because it was. And she's like, look, I gave you what you asked me for. You asked me for space. I gave you all the space you can handle. You asked me for space. I need you to slide to the side and let me do what I'm going to do. And he like, that ain't what I meant. I just meant this pause on the whole marriage talk. I ain't ready for that yet. He like, when I love you, I want to be with you. I eventually want to marry you, but I'm not ready for marriage right now. I respect him saying that. Some men would just propose knowing they not ready. I respect him for being honest then and saying, I'm just not ready for marriage. She took what he said. She heard it. And she said, I don't want you wasting my time. I ain't got time for this shit. And in her confession, she was saying, like, we've been together 8 years. If in 8 years you ain't talking about marriage, then what you talking to me for? So she was like, while you trying to get yourself together, I'm going to do me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm done. I'm done with you. And she leaves and she walks away. I respect her for doing that as well. I mean, he told her he wasn't ready for marriage. And she like, we've been together for 8 years. I'm not going to keep wasting my time dating somebody and be a forever ass girlfriend to someone who's not looking to get married. Even if you say you're not ready for marriage, we should be able to have the conversation. But my thing is, after 8 years, how are you not ready to marry me? Bruh, I mean, I don't get it. So, he was finally honest with her, and she did what she had to do. I'm not finna wait around for you. I'm gonna go do what I have to do. And if you love me enough, why won't you marry me? She said, yeah, if you love me, but you're not, then why don't you marry me? You don't love me enough to marry me. And that's true. If you don't love me enough to give me what I want, I'm out. Deuces. And yeah, we had that whole thing. So, it's a little whole little thing with Charmaine talking to them about her man gone. Charmaine man been gone since episode 1. I'm starting to think, is that really her man? I mean, not even trying to be shady but I'm like, he always gone. Like, always. I think he was only there in that first episode, and then when she had a birthday party, and that was really it. She do jokingly say that she can't masturbate because her mom is visiting. Her mom is sharing the bed with her. I'm like, you ain't got a 2-bedroom? Just saying. Well, no, she might not, because I don't have a 2-bedroom. I have a 1-bedroom, because it's just me. So I guess, but that was a big ass apartment. I don't know, but whatever. 4 is talking to the people about that whole fake ass cousin girl who wants to, get closer to him and have him get to know more about his family. And 4 thinks it's a good idea for him to meet family. I'm with Nikki, Charmaine, and Don, who say the girl full of shit. Solely because, you know what I'm saying? If I'm your cousin, why I'm the only one around? You know what I'm saying? I don't get how this girl says she his cousin, but she don't have like no proof. Usually you can say, well, we cousins because your daddy, Uncle Ricky, your daddy is my uncle, or you have some kind of connection to it and you can kind of put the dots together. She just saying I'm your cousin on your daddy's side, and because he don't know his daddy's side, it's easy for her not to have to fill in the blanks because he don't know who his family is either. But my thing is, somebody should know something. But 4 is so gung-ho, well, not even gung-ho, 4 is so hung up on wanting to get to know that side of his family solely because he wasn't around them when he was younger, so he's craving that family dynamic, which is a great thing. But I think you should also know when bullshit is bullshit, and I think this girl is some bullshit. Charmaine saying, why don't y'all get a DNA test? And Ryan made a good point. He said, if that's his cousin, it's kind of hard for them to get a DNA test to prove they're cousins, because like if your daddy married her mama, and it's how it can be tricky. It ain't like if y'all supposedly siblings and y'all would have the same DNA from one of y'all parents. Cousins can be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times removed, and you never know. Or if your daddy sister married my daddy, and you know what I'm saying, my DNA might not match your DNA. You know what I'm saying? It's just a whole bunch of foolery and fuckery or whatever. So, that's the whole thing. But while they have that conversation, Lily come in and she she beefed out with her family. Well, not beefed out, but her family keep getting into arguments. Her cousins who she's staying with are all mothers. So when she coming in late, they complaining like, what you doing coming in late so late for? And when they showed the scene, I'm looking like, bitch, why you up waiting on me like I'm a kid? Like, what time I come in the house don't affect you. Because if you sleep, I'm not going to come in and wake you up. But if I walk in the house and you still woke, I didn't keep you up. I didn't say wait for me. You know what I'm saying? So she said, because they keep bumping heads and she loves her family so much, she doesn't want it to get worse. So it's like she knows she needs to move. So I think 4, I think it was 4 who jokingly said, well, yeah, you and Junior together now, and y'all can go ahead and move in together. Ha 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 ha. And Junior like, oh, wait a minute. No, we just starting this out. We not going there yet. Give us some time to get to know each other. Cobra then says, well, I just moved here and I have space at my apartment. I have an extra room if you want to stay here. And Liliana was like, oh, that's great. Sure, I would love to move in. And that's cool. Serious moment. Charmaine and her mom was having a conversation at Charmaine's house, and Charmaine's mom announces or tells Charmaine she has stage 4. She's in stage 4 kidney failure. This is based on years of her taking different medicines for like her hypertension. It has ruined her kidneys, and she's going into kidney failure. Stage 4 isn't deadly, but if she gets to stage 5, that's when they'll have to put her on dialysis, and she'll probably need a kidney transplant. Charmaine's like, well, when did this start happening? And I'm thinking her mama gonna say, oh, well, I just found out, let's say 6 months ago. I've been trying to figure out how to tell you. Her mama said, well, it started 10 years ago. I'm like, God damn, mama, 10 years? You 10 years? I'm like, wow, that's a long time too. But I guess she then said that she realized how real it was when the doctor said, hey, you have stage 4. And that's what made her realize, okay, over the past 10 years, it hasn't been that bad, but it's getting there, so I need to say something. Her mom did have a positive attitude about the whole thing, and how she's trying to be healthy and create memories and everything. And Charmaine was just talking about how I'm still so young. I don't have any children yet. I'm too young to not have you in my life. How she can't imagine her life without her mom. Man, tugged at my heartstrings because I feel look, losing a parent is unbearable. When I lost my father, it was horrible. So I can feel her having that fear of, oh my God, like what would my life even be if mom wasn't here? It can't even, thank God I still have my mom. But yeah, so they had that whole conversation, and Charmaine was crying a little bit about it, just because she's emotional, because she's like, I didn't know that this was going on. And her mother again was very positive about her where she is currently. They were kind of hanging out and stuff like that. They went to like a little trapeze place and did things. And Charmaine, I'm like, I wrote different stuff and I can't think now because I'm talking about people passing away and it's messing with my head. Anywho, so yeah, her mom is doing okay currently, but they later on do go get matching butterfly tattoos, because she said Charmaine's mom's mom, so Charmaine's grandmother, loved butterflies. So they got her mom got matching butterfly tattoos. It was her mother's first tattoo to, kind of connect them and symbolize that they are always together. So I thought that was really, really great. And 4 did the tattoos, and they were really, really pretty. Okay. Next, Lily moves in with Cobra. Cobra had a nice apartment. I mean, Cobra's apartment was so nice. I'm looking like, bitch, I need to move to Chicago to move. You know what I'm saying? It was really a really nice apartment. Even though, it just looked spacious and clean and, all white. Like I don't have white walls. I would love white walls, which is why I'm moving my leases up. So, Liliana moves in. She takes her to a room. She has a nice little spacious room, nice closet size. It's already a bed in there and everything. It's a nice view of the city. And, they're talking and stuff like that. And they start talking about relationships. And, Cobra asks Liliana, are you and Junior really, are y'all committed? Y'all together? And she's like, yeah, we're trying to do this thing. He wants to be committed. I want to be committed. So, yeah, we're a real couple. And Cobra then goes into, how she was in a committed relationship, but it wasn't healthy. And because of that, she said, I might as well try dating girls, which is why she's kind of dipping her foot in the lady pond. And we see that she clearly has a crush on Lily. She likes her a little bit because Lily's a pretty girl. Liliana then goes on to admit that she dated a girl once and her mom caught her and her girlfriend having sex. That's so fucking awkward. Not only you catch your daughter having sex, you catch your daughter having sex with another girl. That's just, okay. So, yeah. So, Cobra's like, it's a good thing we can be roommates. This can be a good, we're 2 dope-ass tattoo artists, 2 female tattoo artists. This can be good. I see this shit going left solely because I think some people should not be roommates. I think when you're used to having your own, you don't need a roommate because you're not going to be used to sharing at all. That's also why I tell people when you dating somebody, don't get married without living with somebody, because you need to see how it is with somebody in your face 24/7. So yeah. There's like a little sex scene with Don and Ashley. I could have done without it. Honestly, Don was, just in some sweatpants. He had a bow tie on, feeding on strawberries, and he was saying how tired he is now because he's working 2 jobs, and that Ashley is consistently asking him for sex. Sex all day. And she like, well, yeah, you're my husband now, so you need to satisfy me whenever I see fit. And he like, I'm just so tired. Again, it was a scene I could have really done without. At the end of the scene, he put on some goddamn on the flashlight had like a head. What was it? Like a head flashlight thing. And he got, I'm finna go deep sea diving. And he got the damn light on, going undercover. He gonna eat her out. I mean, how dark is her coochie that you need to goddamn go life to find it. I mean, I've never, mom, if you will listen to this, just go ahead and pause it or skip over it. I've never had a guy eat me or whatever. That sounds so vulgar. I don't see the point of someone needing headlights to eat somebody out. That to me is just crazy. And I get how they did it because it was a scene, but I'm like, still, y'all thought that was cute? I mean, that's that. Who the fuck came up with that? Damn. Yeah, we're gonna be in the bed, we're gonna be dressed up all nice and stuff, and we're gonna be being sexy, and then I want you to put on a headlight, flashlight thing, and get up under the cover like you're gonna eat me out, and then I'm gonna clap on, clap off, and all the lights gonna go out, and they only gonna see the headlight under the cover. Fucking idiots. So yeah, that was their whole scene. This of him saying how she's very horny now that they're married. She's probably horny before, but whatever. Fake ass cousin chick. So Don and 4 are traveling to another city, maybe even Chicago. I think they traveled to Indiana, which is like right next to Illinois, and to see this fake cousin. I've been calling her fake cousin before because I don't know who this bitch is. So they're doing it because the fake cousin says her mom is coming to town and her mom has information on 4's dad. So, because the cousin is saying, there are questions I can't answer because I was young too back then. But my mom knows stuff. So, Don and 4 is traveling. So they get to the girl house and she's like, hey, and she hug him. And she got a whole, scarf on her head. And I'm like, you didn't want to take that scarf off your head when y'all was recording. But okay, I digress. So they sitting there and they like, is your mom coming? Is she gonna get here? It's like, oh, yeah. She gonna be here. I called her and she gonna be on her way. So like, okay, cool. So they sitting there, sitting there. And it's like, 13 minutes later, mama not there. And they said like, okay, your mom knew what time it was coming, right? And she's like, yeah, I called her earlier, let me call her again. So she called a number. It goes to voicemail. She's like, man, I don't know why my mama playing, da, da, da. So she then say, man, I can't believe her. And they like, what? And she's like, well, she just texted me. And she just, she not coming. And they like, what? But I thought you said, that she was okay with it, that she was coming to talk. What's going on? What did she say exactly? She's like, well, she said, I can't do this right now. So I'm like, what the fuck can't she do? Okay. And so Don, Don is me. You know what I'm saying? I'm the sibling to where if my sibling want to see something through, I'm going to come with you. But when I smell some fuckery and some bullshit, it's time to go. So as for getting mad, like, man, this is what I didn't want to deal with. I had, open wounds from before of my family not being around. You are opening up wounds that had already closed. You told me she was cool with this, and I didn't got you bullshit. Now, I ain't got time for this bullshit. I ain't got time to be playing. So as he's saying that little stuff to the girl, and she's like, what you want me to do? I can't make her come, she not ready. You have to understand that, it might take her some time to be okay with talking to you. So I'm looking like, what the fuck? I'm like, what will she have to say that she needs time to explain? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't even get it. But again, Don putting his coat on. So Don like, hey man, come on, let's go. And him and 4 leaving. 4 like, thanks for nothing. Thanks for opening up old wounds. You know what I'm saying? I'm done with this. And he leave. And, I'm like, yes, that's what you do. You get on about your business. So, next we see that the shop had a charity event. Bravo. That's a thing we have here in Michigan. I was just saying bravo. But it was a lunch bag charity event where they were making lunch bags for homeless people, for homeless children. And I thought that was a great thing. To a homeless person, sometimes they just want some food. Of course, they also don't want to be homeless. But it's good to see, someone taking initiative to try to at least get them food. And they were making like 500 sandwiches for them that they were going to go out and pass out and distribute to homeless people. At one point, Rachel was there, Ryan's girlfriend. And there was a little girl there that was like playing with Ryan, playing with him. How little kids are. And Ryan said to Rachel, I need you to give me a girl. And she was like, once you give me this. Meaning, I ain't have no more babies unless you marry me. And then Ryan was like, I ain't ready for all that. But, again, at least he honest about it. So after that whole event, they're kind of, they're at the shop and they turning up, turn up. And we see fake ass cousin walk in. Now when Don and Ford left fake ass cousin's house, they told her, well, Ford told her, you know what I'm saying, I'm done talking to you, you know, don't come back and see me. So when she walk in, you know, Nikki there, you know, Ford's girlfriend, and Nikki like, you know, here this bitch come. You know, Nikki don't think the girl's cousin at all. She think the girl's a groupie. I agree. So when she walk, I'm looking for Ford. And they're like, you a client? And she's like, nah, I'm his. And then Nikki mumbled, you ain't nobody. I'm his cousin. Where he at? So they like, you know, he in the back, but we think he busy. She walk in the back as if she owned the place. So you can tell Nikki pissed off, and it's kind of crazy. So she walk in the back, you know, for like, what you doing here? I don't have anything to say to you. You need to leave. So Nikki like, you know what? I'm tired of this shit. So Nikki going back to where he at. She's like, fake ass cousin. She called her by her name, but I can't think what her girl name is. But she's like, you know, let me talk to you. Come up in the hallway. They in the hallway, and Nikki's standing there, laid back against the wall, and she looked calm, cool, and collected. She just like, look, what you doing here? Ford, in his confession, like, he like, I don't even know why Nikki talking to the girl, why she making it worse. You know, she should leave it alone and let the girl leave. But her talking to her is making the girl be here longer, and I don't want to deal with it. But what Ford needs to realize is sometimes men will want to not deal with a situation, but by not dealing with it, you making it worse. Women, on the other hand, can see the bullshit. So we like, you know what I'm saying? My man can't see the bullshit, and it's a female. He can't really check her like I can check her. So since I'm his woman and I got his back and I'm all for him, let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me nip this shit in the bud right now. And that's what I took as what Nikki was doing. I don't think she was being petty. I don't think she was being messy. I think she was doing what any other real woman would do and would check a bitch who trying to play her man. That's just my opinion. So, and she's smart because she can see through the bullshit, point blank and period. So, and as they arguing and going back and forth, everyone's watching them. Everyone's watching the dynamic. And Nikki like, what's your real intention? What are you here for? What are you trying to do? And, you know, she like, well, look, I need, you should stay in your place because you're not even the wife, you're the girlfriend. Bitch, hold up. First of all, that ain't even something a cousin would say. First of all, if you were a cousin and that's your cousin's girlfriend, you wouldn't even be disrespectful to her. You know who are disrespectful to girlfriends? Bitches who want to fuck their man. That's who disrespectful to girlfriends. Women disrespect other women when you want to fuck their man. Because if that's your cousin, you don't have no beef with his girl. And especially when a girl is saying, we don't know you, he don't know you, you have no proof to you being his cousin. He done told you, he done talking to you, he don't want to deal with you, but yet you here and you are dressed like a group. You're not dressed like someone who's going to talk to their cousin. You trying to look cute for your cousin. I mean, take it, she can also be trying to look cute because she's going to be on camera. But she's never, to me, came off as a cousin trying to talk to a cousin. She's always came off to me as a chick who liked the dude. That's just my opinion. So, yeah. They kind of going back and forth because Nikki like, bitch, you fake, you're not his cousin, you lying, you scheming, you scamming. You know what I'm saying? And I'm his woman, and as long as I'm in his life, I'm going to take up for him point blank into the period. And when the fake cousin said, you know, stay in your place with you and his girl, I'm looking like, bitch, but that's his girl. She don't have to be his wife to defend her man. Ooh, I hate dumb people. So they kind of arguing, and Nikki like, bitch, I will be his wife though. Bitch, I'll drag you. I'm like, yes, Nikki, yes, because that's a fake ass cousin. So, and she like, you ain't no cousin. You just want to fuck him. You want to hop on dicks from here and do whatever. So everyone's watching. At one point, you do hear Ryan saying, Nikki. He's trying, but Nikki was, I mean, she didn't get amped up until the girl said, you not the wife, you're not the wife, you just a girlfriend. That's when she kind of got hyped and was going after, was trying to get close to the girl, and Secrete stepped in and kind of separated them. But the fake ass cousin was trying to talk major shit. Ah, bitch, fuck you. Shut up. You so fucking stupid. Shut up. And I'm like, who cousin does shit like this? Bitch, what? So, the girl even said, get out of here. Get out of here. Bitch, you gonna kick me out and this my man's working place. You, what, bitch? Oh my God, it was just so aggravating. So, the fake cousin again was calling Nikki stupid, telling her to leave, and Nikki was like, "Bitch, I bet you I'm gonna fight you, and I'm gonna break your motherfucking nose." I'm like, okay, predictions. Go ahead, Nikki. 4 at that point is saying, "Nikki, let's go," because he like, I got you. Come on, let's just go. Let's not even worry about that. Don then is taking the fake cousin out the back door. He's saying, "Look, I think you need to leave and just, you need to just go." So when they get outside, 4 is like walking away, and then you're like, "Where the fuck are you going?" And he's like, "I'm leaving. I don't want to deal with this," because I think for him, it's a lot of stuff about his family. So it's just he not trying to deal with it at all. Nikki like she ain't letting it go. So she go over to talk to the fake cousin, and she like, "Why are you here? What are you really doing here? Why are you even, you need to prove you have no proof." And the girl like, "I ain't got to prove nothing to you." And she's like, "Well, yes, you do. You got to prove it to him because you said that you was cousin, but you have no proof. You have no receipts." "I have receipts, and he gonna get my receipts." "Bitch, you think you slick?" So at that point, they start fighting because they in each other's face, and Nikki like, "Bitch, ah, la, 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 la." And so Nikki hitting her hands, and they hands talking, they real close, and the girl like bumped her, put her hand in Nikki's face, and Nikki knocked her hand out the face, and then they start tussling. Security of course comes in, but Nikki grabs her by the head. She's holding on to her wig, and she's holding her. She was hitting her too, but security is in between them, so she can't really like get to her. And she yanks the girl weave off. I think at one point she did push the girl down to the ground, and everything. So security and then in between them. Next thing I know, fake ass cousin coming out her coat. Her wig is gone. She starts to sound a little bit manly. It was very, very funny to me to see her react like that for getting her wig put off. "Bitch, you don't know me. You don't know me." And it was just a whole big yelling and arguing. They were still trying to get at each other, but security, of course, is keeping them separate. But again, the goddamn cousin, wig is off. She, her jacket was off. She almost looked like she was naked up top because her shirt was all open. It was just craziness. And Nikki was like, "Bitch, I'll scramble your ass." "Yes, scramble her. Yes, bitch, scramble her ass. Yes, scramble a bitch. Yes." Now, all this time, 4 gone. Security has them separated, and that's kind of how it goes off. Bravo to Nikki for standing up for 4. Fuck fake ass cousin. You know what I'm saying? And that's how the episode went off. So, that the ending to me was entertaining. Just seeing Nikki just stand up for her dude. You know what I'm saying? Stand up woman. I can appreciate a person who does that when she sees someone trying to play her man. Hopefully 4 understands it. We do see they're going to talk about it in the next episode. So, yeah. But that is my review for Black Ink Crew, episode 7 of season 3. Until next time, I am Jay Lee. This is Jay Lee's Corner. The keyword of the day is respectful comments, people. Until next time.